Okay, next speaker will be Francois Choquette. Francois? Now you waited all morning, and here's your chance, you know.
Hello? Testing. Good. Hi. Last week I spoke about the internet influencing politics. You must have found my address a little bit bizarre, but I just want to show you how this could affect all of you. It's affected Mr. Stone a lot. Basically, his reputation has been trashed on the internet. And he, he needs to know that siding with the Church of Scientology is not a good idea. You have all participated to pass an ordinance that was proposed and influenced by a church. The Americans United for Church and against separation of church and state, say, as tax-exempt entities, houses of worship may not intervene in partisan politics by endorsing candidates, and pulpit-based electioneering not only violates federal law, but many believes it corrupts the true mission of our faith communities. So you really have to be very careful about that. I hate to, admit that Scientology is a religion, but from a legal standpoint, that's what's going on here. Seeing Mr. Stone's family hugging Scientologists right here outside the door is a big problem. Political contributions paid by the Church of Scientology to Mr. Stone, $600 by Catherine Fraser, who's pretty much made a vow of poverty for the next billion years. $7,100 by Sam Al-Hadif. Also contributions to Rod Pacheco. After this, I'm going to get the numbers for 2009's. I find that's a problem. And this buying of influence, we believe, leads to things like this here, where the church security guards are influencing the Riverside sheriff. Last week, or a couple of weeks ago, we saw this here, Mr. Al-Hadif, right next to the second in command in Riverside Sheriff. It also causes problems such as these here, young female protesters getting frisked and handcuffed for no reason by the Riverside Sheriff. I really think that's a travesty. The other point I want to say, a couple of days ago I met a Jesuit that's concerned about the situation at the old base. This is a note from him directly. I wish I could address Mr. Stone. It says, Mr. Stone, you are pro-life Republican. 50 women a year are coerced into abortions at Scientology's Gold Base. What are you doing to end these coerced abortions? Well, presumably he doesn't know about this, but he should look into it. Because this man, this Jesuit, has very good connections to the Vatican and stuff, and they're going to go after Scientology. And it's just going to help, it's not going to help his Hispanic vote. Also, to Mr. Stone, about 6-7 weeks ago, I brought up a list of 25 people that were prevented from voting at Gold Base. This is very serious stuff. To my knowledge, he has done nothing about this. You should all be equally concerned. It's not your district, but it is a real problem. These are some of the things going on at Gold Base here. Every American should be outraged by this. And I just hope you join us in this help. I was going to make a pledge to Mr. Stone that if he's willing to help us with this, I personally, I can't speak for anybody else, but I will delete all the videos, forum postings, pictures that I've done about him. So that's the deal.
Thank you, Francois.
Thank you.
Okay, the next speaker is Lirra Bishop. Followed by Gary Grant.
Good morning. I was going to show a video, but I was told that I have to submit it 24 hours in advance, so I'll next time I'm here, I'll do that. So I'm not going to make the comments that I was prepared to make today. So I'll just, what I do want to say about Ordinance 884 today is that Ms. Waltz and I have put a letter together to all of the members of the board, and we would ask that you please take a look at it with an open mind. It's regarding the readdressing of Riverside County Ordinance number 884 by adding it back onto the agenda for proper discussion and the consideration of new facts and circumstances. So I will file a copy with the clerk of the board. I'd like a copy stamp for our records, and then we're going to go ahead and mail it to each one of your offices, including Mr. Stone. I will have a copy sent to your office as well. I didn't CC it, but we'll go ahead and do that. I do want to make another comment that has nothing to do with Ordinance 884. I have a nephew who was born with cerebral palsy, and so I know that there is a need for funds in the state. He has taken advantage of them, and I took care of him for a year. And when he came to me at the age of 9, he was crawling. When he left, he was in a walker, and he also was able to use one crutch. So the facilities that are funded by taxes for certain members of our society are just. But I'm going to go vote after I leave here, and I'm going to vote no on every single proposition because we do have a spending problem. We don't have a revenue problem in this state. It's a spending and a bureaucracy problem. One thing, I don't know if this board has considered it, I'm not familiar with it or not, but I used to live in Oregon for a year and a half, 2 years, and they had a strict enforcement of brush around people's homes. And if they didn't take care of it, the county and the state was very happy to take care of it, have the fire department clear the brush, and there's a fee for it. So I don't know the legalities of that.
We're doing that now.
Are you doing that? Yeah, that's good because it's really frustrating to see people losing their lives.
Yeah, we had a work session yesterday and explained the whole process.
I'm glad to hear it.
Been doing that for years. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. So that's all I have to say today. I'm going to go ahead and give this to the clerk of the board, and then I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Lirra. The next speaker.